Teal clips that have been circulated. This is from a Ross Douthat interview last week. And the reason that Peter Thiel is important is not only because he is a billionaire, but he is someone who is very influential. He is very ideological. He is very influential specifically in terms of this administration. So this is a person that you really should be listening to the things that he has to say. And so Douthat asked him some pretty interesting questions. Peter Thiel has been talking about his view of how the Antichrist might arise. And his theory is effectively that someone like a Greta Thunberg, as the example he specifically uses, would come in and claim that they're trying to save us all and, create peace and safety and unity and save us in this instance from the climate crisis. And they would use that as a way to create a totalitarian one world government, and that would be how we, get the rise of the Antichrist. And Douthat sort of flips that on him and says, well, isn't it possible that the tools you are creating and helping to create through entities like Palantir for mass surveillance, isn't it possible that that could be the means by which the Antichrist rises? Let's go ahead and take a listen. This is D2 to that exchange.
My very specific question for you, right, is that you're an investor in AI. You're deeply invested in Palantir, in military technology, in technologies of surveillance, in technologies of warfare, and so on, right? And it just seems to me that when you tell me a story about the Antichrist coming to power and using the fear of technological change to sort of impose order on the world, I feel like that Antichrist would maybe be using the tools that you were building, right? Like, wouldn't the Antichrist be like, great, we're not going to have any more technological progress, but I really like what Palantir has done so far, right?
Yeah,
isn't that a concern? Wouldn't that be the irony of history would be that the man publicly worrying about the Antichrist accidentally hastens his or her arrival?
There are all these different scenario. I obviously don't think that that's what I'm doing.
To be clear, I don't think that's what you're doing either. I'm just interested in how you get to a world willing to submit to permanent authoritarian rule.
And then the lawless one shall be revealed, whom the master shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. If you want to survive the coming wrath of the mighty Most High, you're going to have to stop living in La La Land. Now, I'm not trying to beat anyone up with the way I speak and the words I use. I'm trying to wake you up, because time for playing patty cake is long past. We're in the end game now. This 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 proves to you who the man of lawlessness is. And all it takes is for you to care about what it's saying and the ability to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I worshiping the man of lawlessness? Because Paul's going to break it down for you, and regardless of what you think of Paul, what he says here is 100% correct. Regardless of what he says anywhere else in his letters. Turn your eyes and your ears on, and you're going to see exactly who the man of lawlessness is. The Master, the Messiah, is consuming the man of lawlessness with the spirit of his mouth. Now, the Christians are living in La La Land, because they think, when they read that, they picture the Messiah destroying the man of lawlessness was some kind of like magical laser beam shooting out of his mouth. No. The spirit of the Messiah's mouth is one, it is the spirit of truth, but it's what he spoke in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And what is that? It's the spirit of truth, because he came to do the Father's will. He said, nevertheless, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Not my will, not Bob's will or Sharon's will, but Abba Yahuwah's will. So that's the first clue to let you know that the man of lawlessness is someone teaching you to do the opposite of that. What does Christianity teach? It teaches you that the Most High's will is null and void now that he died for you. That you can commit adultery against him, you can call him whatever name you want to, you can celebrate Babylon, you can live for the dollar, and it doesn't matter because you're saved. That's what the man of lawlessness has taught. Let no one deceive you in any way, because the falling away is to come first. Falling away from what? Not Christianity. Christianity is that falling away. Even Paul, when the appointed times came, wherever he was, he stopped what he was doing and got on a boat and went back to Jerusalem for the feast. He obeyed the instructions of the Most High. Christianity, they don't do anything remotely close to following the instructions of the Most High. And the man of lawlessness is to be revealed, the son, keyword, son of destruction. Who is the Messiah? He's the son of the Most High. The man of lawlessness, this man whom Christianity worships, this working of Satan, these lies about the Messiah, he's the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called the Most High or that is worshipped, so that he sits as the Most High in the dwelling place of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Do you know anyone else that's showing themselves to be the Most High besides this delusion that Christianity worships? I don't. If you do, let me know in the comments, but you ain't going to come up with nothing. And now you know what restrains for him to be revealed in his time, for the secret of lawlessness is already at work, only until he who now restrains comes out of the midst. And then the lawless one shall be revealed, whom the master shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and bring to nothing with the manifestation of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, with all power and signs and wonders of falsehood, and with all deceit of unrighteousness in those perishing, Christianity, because they did not receive the love of the truth in order for them to be saved. And for this reason, the Most High sends them a working of delusion, for them to believe the falsehood. So like I've been saying, all this is done by the Most High ultimately, in order that all should be judged who did not believe the truth, but have delighted in the unrighteousness. It's unrighteous to celebrate Babylonian pagan holidays. It's unrighteous to take the Most High's name in vain by calling him Baal, which is Lord. Lord is Baal's name. The holidays, forgetting about the feast days, is spiritual adultery. Everything Christianity is unrighteousness. Now, I know that probably hurts your feelings and ruffles your feathers, but like I said, patty cake time is over. You're about to go over the cliff. You should be thankful that people are out here trying to wake you up. When the Messiah went in to the house and beat the money changers, did he go in there and play patty cake with them, or did he take action? When he told those who were trying to catch him up that they were the sons of Satan, was he skirting around their feelings? No. The truth must be spoken, whether you like it or not. The anti-Messiah, the lawless one, is the man these Christians call Jesus Christ. He is the one that they say is the Most High, when we know the Messiah told us that he's not the Most High. The only verse that they use for that argument is when he said, him and the Father are one. Well, guess what? I and the Father are one. Me and Messiah, my brother, are one. We are in unity. We're here for the same purpose. Stop living in La La Land. Wake the heck up. Get suited and booted, baby.